Welcome to Dark Politics Tarot. My name is Nick, and the tarot card reading today is on the FBI agents that had to go in and redact Donald Trump's name off of all the Epstein files. I'd like to look into them because there were over 1,000 FBI agents who could now potentially be witnesses, whistleblowers to the Epstein files. They could really blow it up for Trump. So let's have a look at FBI agents that had to go into the Epstein files and look at horrible child essay. You know, these people get traumatized. Can you imagine having to look through all that? There were thousands of victims with Epstein and the horrible things that he and Ghislaine Maxwell did. It's pretty bad. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. So they've done a lot of work into this. Epstein files, FBI agents that looked at the Epstein files. Justice is crossing the situation. King of Wands. That's the crazy king wannabe. Five of Swords. That's in the here and now. What's the overarching energy? FBI agents. The Two of Wands. So plans have been put in place. Basis of the future of the reading. The Fool. New beginnings coming soon. This is quite interesting. I love when the cards, they sort of come together and get more interesting as you go. That's why you have to read them all together. The Ten of Cups, the environment surrounding, well, the situation basically, the environment. Ta-da! Love to see the Sun card. And Four of Wands. Excellent. And the outcome, the Six of Swords. Ooh, let's go down to the table. This is really interesting. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. So they're working, these are FBI agents. Do you know what it's like to become an FBI agent? I don't, but I assume it's really difficult. Like, you have to go into law enforcement, you have to, you have to go through all these hoops to get into the FBI. It's a big deal if you get into the FBI. So you've worked really hard to get where you're at. And you work for justice. You work for the Justice Department, basically. I mean, you're looking for justice. That's probably why you go into this type of work. You want to bring the bad guys to justice. So if this is why they go into this type of work, I don't care if you're a Trumpster. Maybe they're Trumpsters. But here, you might have been a Trumpster, and here he wants to be king. And you know this is against the law. And he's asking you to do something illegal. And you've been by the book your whole life, doing things the right way. You see the Five of Swords here is his absolute abuse of power. So the Mad King and his abuse of power. Now there's the Two of Wands. So the overarching energy is, I believe they're making a plan. There are some there who were horrified that what they saw, and that their God King, if they were into Trump, was a part of it. So this changes people's minds. And we have the Ten of Cups. And what Trump doesn't realize is that FBI workers are voters, and these are their careers, and they're regular people just like you and me, and they don't have, they may have an authority power being in the FBI, but they don't have the power of a king. And our country was not built to be, a monarchy. So I believe information is going to be leaked. There will be a whistleblower. It could also be someone, in the White House as well, hearing about such things from the FBI, that they decide to pull together and get America out of troubled waters with the Six of Swords. So I believe they're going to work together. There will be people that work in the FBI that want to do this, that will do this, and there's going to be an action taken. Let's just take a look at Trump and see what's coming for him with this. Like, he thinks this is going to get him out of being investigated. Does he even think about the whistleblowers? I mean, putting 1,000, imagine that, 1,000 FBI agents, they've all been called off, their real cases where they're doing criminal investigations on real criminals, and, well, this is a criminal case too, but to be called off to do this Epstein file thing, which is already a done deal. Like, Ghislaine Maxwell was put in jail, Jeffrey Epstein was put in jail, and allegedly murdered. So how will this, let's see, what's the right question? How does Trump see this? That's what, I want to know. How does Trump see this working? Does he see this as working out for him? Did he think about that this is potential witnesses against him? Let's see, Donald Trump. Show me Donald Trump. The Two of Swords. So a decision is in, he had to make a decision. So I think he knows the severity that this could really, these could be potential witnesses against him. So let's see. The High Priestess, what's hidden? What's being covered up? So he had to make a decision regarding the cover-up. Does he see that this cover-up could affect him in the exact opposite way? The Queen of Cups at the base of the reading. The Seven of Cups right now. So the illusion, delusion, is typical run of it. Maybe his dementia. Eight of Wands. A lot of messaging going out around this. I think they looked for the right people to do this, who they thought were Trump supporters. Four of Pentacles. Trying to hang on to the power. Trying to hang on to the power. Trying to hang on to this last pentacle, which he's always doing. The Lover's card. So this is about, again, about decisions. It was a big decision to be made. What do they do about this? How do they cover this up? And the Eight of Cups. Someone's walking away. He wants to walk away from the Epstein files, and we're not going to let him. We're going to keep it up. The King of Pentacles. So he just wants to hold on to his power and his money and his kingdomship. King of Wands. So two kings coming up here. And I just want to take a few clarifiers on the kings. What are you telling me about the kings? The emperor. It's about him wanting to be emperor. The page of cups. And the star. So, baby Trump wants to be the star. Always. So we have here the, you know, the Two of Swords, the decision that he had to make in regarding this cover-up. But the cover-up, I feel, is coming against him. Did he see this coming? The Queen of Cups. I don't think he realized the emotional effect it was going to have on these agents. Seeing somebody that maybe they admired is now the one they're actually seeing the abuse of power. They don't, you know, I think Trump is in his Alzheimer's phase. It's coming more and more prevalent. He's very confused. He doesn't make any right decisions. And the information is just coming at him. He'd had to do something quickly that he thought he could get away with this. The Four of Pentacles, he just wants to hold on to his power any way he can, any way possible. Now, the Lovers represents him. He's a Gemini. It represents air signs. And it's about connections. So he thought he had the right connections. He knew the right people that could take care of this. But the Eight of Cups, he just wants it to go away. Like, make it go away already. But he didn't think it through because he wanted so much power. He wants to be the star. He wants complete control and power. Not only did he get kings, he wants to be emperor. We all know this. It's all the same old thing. His illusion about being a dictator is coming on strong with this. He's got to keep power. He's got to put the message out there. So I don't think this is going to work well for him. I do believe that agents will become whistleblowers, and this will come back on Trump. I'm here for it. How about you? Leave a comment and tell me how you feel about this reading in the comments down below. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.